Hi, this is Chris Ferris once again, Plano ISD Athletic Department, here with Coach Johnny Ringo for our special playoff version of the Coach's Show. And Coach, I guess first off, let's let you explain the hair.
Well, in 1999 we did this at Coppell, and so we really were one of the first, I think, to ever do this, long before Southlake did it. Well before Southlake, exactly. And I think that's what they'll think now. But we had some kids, I guess, after the Allen game, Chris. I think it was after that week, maybe the following week, Hebron game, whatever it was, that a couple of them dyed their hair and thought, when I asked them, they said, well, Coach, we're doing this for the playoffs. And so it kind of picked up. We had kids do it each week, and then they got to a point where a few of them asked me, and I said, well, I don't know. And then I thought, I think before the 2 weeks left in the season, I told them, I said, hey, if we make the playoffs, I'll dye my hair blonde. So this is what this is about. And we've got most of the team that has done it now, and it's not a good look on any of us by any means. But it's a game played by youngsters most of the time at every level. And I'm 51, but I thought, hey, if this is something that motivates our kids and gives us a chance to play at Cowboys, and I don't mind dye. I've done it twice now in 12 years, so it'll be another 12 years before I do it again. So.
Well, you bet. Well, hey, I was going to say you'd probably do it every year if you.
Well, that's
you're
right.
Get in, right.
And that's these juniors thinking, yeah, that's going to be a every year thing. I think I can just tell them it's not good for your hair. I think so. I don't know what I'll say, but anyway, it's something that's a neat deal, and it'll be a different look. And I guess if Southlake continues to do their tradition of that as well, then it'll be. But two teams out there, a lot of blonde. But again, we were one of the first to do this, so it's not like we copied somebody.
Well, Coach, let's move on to the Louisville game. You had to win that ball game to get in. Last game of the year, you guys finish up the season 6-4, 4-3 in district. We can talk about a couple of losses, but at least 3 or 4 of the losses were by less than a touchdown, weren't they? And in this district, that seemed to be the way each and every week. But
right.
Hey, you've rolled through a tough campaign. You come up against Louisville, and Louisville's got some great athletes. And tell us a little bit about that game Friday night.
Well, it was just, as you said, I think we could have very easily been 9-1 with some of the games, Chris. But we're very blessed to be 6-4 and 4-3 in the position we're in right now. To have a chance to play in the first round against a great opponent at the Cowboys. And Louisville gave us a tough test the other night. A lot of talented kids on that football team, and we knew that going in. Very physical football team, a lot of speed. Quarterback, they've had an issue with Cody Duran. They lost earlier in district play. You've been through 2 other quarterbacks, and they got a guy back the other night that had been ineligible, I believe, and was a backup for them and a good player. May at one point even have been the starter, and so we weren't expecting him at all. And he came in and really did a tremendous job of operating their offense both as a runner and as a thrower, and so it gave us some problems early. I mean, you saw. If those who were there had opportunities in the first half of that game, maybe to be instead of 28-14 at half, 42-14. But again, we didn't, take care of some opportunities that we had to up that score a bit. And so they hung close, and we knew that was going to be the case. We knew what was at stake. We knew we had to have some help, obviously, from some other games. But second half, really proud of our kids the way we came out. We had done a good job rushing the football in the first half, and we're able to continue that in the second half and get a much-needed win, obviously, to put us over the hump.
You bet, and put you into the three-way tie. Hebron lost to Marcus, and then so by the point spread or the point totals, you guys end up just edging out Plano West for that playoff spot, and that matches you up like we talked about earlier with Southlake. What do we have to look forward to in the Southlake game?
Well, they're really very talented. They're 10-0, much like Allen Eagles, in that they've got a great season going to this point. A lot of talent on offense. Kenny Hill, the quarterback, tremendous runner and thrower. 2 great receivers in Sabian Holmes and I believe the Williams kid is his name. Running back is kind of like running back by committee. There's some younger kids in there, but a really good offensive line, very sound fundamentally offensively. Defensively, got some guys that can really play, very physical kids. And so, they look to me a lot like old Southlake. When I played them, I was head coach at Coppell. We played them those years. We played them 2 times in non-district play since I've been here at East. And, they may not be as fast as they've been in the past and speed-wise, but, they're very good. Obviously, when you go 10-0 through a tough non-district and tough district like they have, then they've got a good football team. So great matchup for us, one that we're excited about, chance to play a great program like that, very tradition-rich program, much like East, but obviously with their state championships in the fold as well, then they're a program everybody looks to. So to me, it's one of the marquee matchups of the day. We've got 4 great games that day. We're kind of tucked in between, and and again, we're just blessed. We feel like we've got had some great things happen these last 4 weeks of our season. To put us in this position, because I feel like our district, Chris, 8-5A, there's some great teams that are not getting a chance to showcase what they can do, and I think that includes all 4 that are not going. Plano West is a great team. Plano, I think, a very talented football team. Flower Mound and even Louisville. I mean, people could say, well, they didn't. I just feel like in other districts they would have been a team that would have made the playoffs.
Right.
And so hopefully we'll do a great job of representing 8-5A against South Lake. Our kids are excited about the opportunity and the chance to be, one of the playoff representatives, and we very much look forward to Saturday.
And and a special place to get to play too. Go over to Cowboy Stadium. I know you guys were over there 2 years ago as well. Obviously a big matchup. All 4 of the games that day will be big matchups. But talk about Cowboy Stadium a little bit and the chance to get to go play there.
Well, that's a huge opportunity for our kids, and one that we told them. We talked yesterday, and that not many high school teams or coaches ever get a chance to coach in a venue like that. You think about one of the premier stadiums in the country, maybe the world, and you've got just Sunday you had the Cowboys and the Seahawks that played there, and so that they'll be walking the same sideline. There's been a lot of great teams play and a lot of great players play, collegially and high school, and obviously the NFL, and so. It's just a great venue, a great place to play. Texas Stadium, the old Texas Stadium was awesome. When I coached there, I think I've coached there 11, 12 times over the course of my career. But this will be my second time to coach at Cowboys, and we had a great experience last time. And last time we were the first game. Now we'll be kind of tucked in the middle. But I think just when you back up those games up and you have 4 great games like we have with the quality of opponents from 7-5A and 8-5A, then you talk about an electric atmosphere and lots of folks excited because, if we weren't in the playoffs, and I guarantee you that's where I'd be. For a $10 ticket, you can go in there and watch those 4 games and have a great Saturday.
That's right. And if you win, you get to go back the next week.
That's right. So that's our additive incentive to get a chance to go there again.
Well, Coach, let's look at some of those highlights from Louisville real quick and roll through those. Well, what a great game. What a good bunch of highlights to look at there, and I know you're looking forward to going out and making some more on Saturday over at Cowboy Stadium. Again, that ball game is going to be at 5 o'clock, Cowboy Stadium. Plano East takes on South Lake Carroll, and Coach, could be a lot of blonde running around there. But,
could be a lot of blonde.
Good luck to you, and hope we get to do it again next week.
No, we do too. Thanks a bunch, Chris.